In this episode of Stecker Studios, we begin adding doors and windows to our one-point perspective urban landscape. As I prepare to begin adding doors and windows to my drawing, I'm going to set up a system of measure to make sure all of the doors and windows are proportional throughout the whole drawing. I'm aligning my ruler along the left side of the buildings, and I'm placing a mark every half inch. I'm going to use these marks in order to separate the tops and bottoms of all of my windows throughout the drawing. To create doors, I'm going to align my ruler with the vanishing point and the second dot from the bottom in order to get the height for all of the doors going down the street. I'm now going to add 2 vertical lines in order to create the sides of the door. I can repeat this process for every building on the street in order to make these doors the same size. I'll now repeat that process on the other side, making sure that my ruler stays aligned with the vanishing point and being consistent with my measurement to keep the doors relatively the same size throughout the drawing. Now for the windows. I can align my ruler with the vanishing point and all the measurement marks I made earlier and lightly draw lines from the measurement marks to the vanishing point in order to create the tops and bottoms for all of my windows. Now to begin adding windows. To draw windows, I'm going to align my ruler vertically with the left side of the building. I'm going to slide it over slightly and begin drawing vertical lines every other row connecting converging lines together. This creates the sides of our windows. Now as we begin adding more windows and working further and further down the street, the windows should begin to get smaller and closer together. To add more windows, align your ruler with the windows we've just created, slide it over, and begin adding more vertical lines to create more windows. Now as we finish up this section, we can leave all of these windows just the way they are, or we can begin to erase in between each window to create individually spaced windows. Now as I retrace some of the windows to darken them up a bit, you should be able to see each individual window. It's important that the vertical lines stay vertical and that all the lines that move away into space converge on that vanishing point. When creating windows on the side of the building that's facing us, your windows will mostly stay square. Your horizontal lines will stay parallel with the horizon line, and the vertical lines that make up the sides of the windows will stay vertical. Now, because I traced my converging lines for the tops and bottoms of windows all the way down the street to the vanishing point, I can use these lines that I've already made to help create windows at a more rapid pace just by dropping in more vertical lines. Just remember that windows should get closer together as they get further into the distance. Although this process of creating windows is very repetitive and follows the same pattern to create all your windows throughout the drawing, you can try out different types of windows, different shapes and styles, and try to be creative with your drawing. Thank you for watching Stecker Studios. Please like and subscribe.